Welcome to Gender Bender Zone. A in women's clothing turned me into a woman. Ryan had always been the life of the party at work, known for his easy charm and playful nature. His coworkers loved his quick wit and the way he could make even the most mundane meetings enjoyable. He never took himself too seriously, often joking that he could wear anything and still pull it off. So when his colleague suggested a bet during a casual Friday lunch, spend an entire week dressed as a woman at the office, he was quick to agree. It sounded like a fun way to spice things up, and he never anticipated how much it would change him. As the weekend approached, excitement bubbled within Ryan, but it soon turned to trepidation. He rummaged through his closet, realizing his usual attire of polo shirts and khakis wouldn't do. He texted Emma, his colleague and the ringleader of the bet, asking for some fashion advice. "Don't worry," she replied. "I've got you covered. Just trust me." Monday morning arrived, and Ryan met Emma in the parking lot. She handed him a stylish pastel sundress with a fitted bodice that flared at the waist, along with matching accessories. He felt a flutter of nerves but was determined to go through with it. "You're going to look fantastic," Emma assured him. Hastily changing in the office bathroom, Ryan slipped into the dress, which hugged his body in unexpected ways. He stared at his reflection, feeling both nervous and exhilarated. The dress was unlike anything he'd ever worn, and the sensation of the fabric against his skin was strangely liberating. But the heels, oh, the heels. He nearly toppled over while trying to walk in them, clutching the counter for support. As he stepped out of the bathroom, laughter and cheers erupted from his coworkers. "Look at you," Emma exclaimed, grinning from ear to ear. Ryan felt a rush of adrenaline. He was no longer just Ryan, the fun-loving guy. He was now Ryan, a name his colleagues had playfully dubbed him. The first few hours were a mix of awkwardness and humor. He fumbled through his morning tasks, struggling to navigate the office in heels. The pencil skirt he wore restricted his movements, but he quickly adapted with Emma's guidance. She taught him how to walk with poise and confidence, encouraging him to embrace the role. "It's all about attitude," she insisted, adjusting his hair, which he had styled into soft waves. During lunch, Ryan found himself at the center of attention. His colleagues, particularly the women, were eager to hear about his experience. They asked questions and shared their own stories about fashion and femininity, treating him as one of their own. "You're pulling this off way better than I thought you would," one of the guys joked, and Ryan laughed, feeling a strange sense of camaraderie. On Tuesday, Emma brought a wig, a long, flowing blonde style that cascaded down his back. At first, Ryan hesitated, but once the wig was on, he was struck by how different he looked. The wig added a new layer to his transformation, and he found himself preening in the mirror, twisting a lock of hair around his fingers. "You look fabulous," Emma cheered, and for the first time, Ryan felt a flicker of self-acceptance. Wednesday brought a new challenge: makeup. Emma insisted on giving him a crash course, and after some initial clumsiness, Ryan learned how to apply foundation, mascara, and lipstick. The transformation was stunning. When he caught a glimpse of himself, he hardly recognized the person in the mirror. His features seemed softer, more expressive, and he felt a wave of pride wash over him. However, the date also had its challenges. During a meeting, one of the male executives made a dismissive comment about his appearance, joking about how Ryan didn't belong in a serious business environment. The laughter that followed stung, and Ryan felt a wave of embarrassment wash over him. But rather than retreating, something inside him shifted. He took a deep breath, looked the executive in the eye, and said, "I might not look like you, but that doesn't mean I can't contribute just as much. My ideas are valid, no matter how I dress." The room fell silent, and for a moment he could see the surprise on his coworkers' faces. After the meeting, Emma found him in the break room, her expression serious. "That was incredible. Ryan, you stood up for yourself." "I was just so tired of people thinking my worth was tied to how I look," he replied, feeling a sense of empowerment surge through him. By Thursday, Ryan was fully embracing the role. He navigated the office with newfound confidence, learning to strut in heels and flaunting the skirt with each step. Emma had picked out a striking red dress for him, and he felt like a star as he walked in, the fabric swishing around him. The compliments poured in, and he basked in the attention, feeling a sense of empowerment that was both surprising and thrilling. As the week progressed, Ryan noticed subtle changes in himself. The way he carried himself changed. He felt more aware of his posture and movements. He began to appreciate the art of dressing up, the excitement of choosing outfits, the ritual of getting ready, and the way clothes could express identity. Each morning became a creative process, allowing him to explore aspects of himself he had never considered before. On Friday, he arrived at the office in a stunning black cocktail dress, complete with sparkling accessories. Ryan had perfected his makeup routine, and as he stepped into the office, jaws dropped. The usual morning chatter faded into awed silence, followed by enthusiastic applause. "You've completely owned this week," Emma exclaimed, and he couldn't help but grin, filled with pride. As the day unfolded, Ryan realized he had transformed in more ways than one. His interactions with his coworkers had deepened. They had welcomed him into their world and shared their stories. The experience had fostered a bond that was unexpected and genuine. Even the guys who had initially teased him were now offering their admiration and respect. They were surprised to see how comfortable and confident he had become. When the week finally came to an end, Ryan faced a bittersweet moment. Returning to work on Monday in his usual attire felt strange. He missed the thrill of dressing up, the compliments, and the sense of belonging he had felt. However, the experience had left an indelible mark. He had learned about the fluidity of identity and the power of self-expression, realizing that what he had experienced was more than just a bet. It was a journey of self-discovery. As he settled back into his routine, Ryan carried a new confidence with him. He might have returned to his old clothes, but the essence of what he learned, the freedom to explore who he was, remained. With a smile, he approached his coworkers, ready to share his story and the lessons he had learned. Life had become a little more colorful, and he was eager to embrace it all. And so, Ryan began to incorporate elements of his experience into his everyday life. He started wearing brighter colors, experimenting with accessories, and even finding ways to express himself more freely in conversations. His journey had only just begun, and he looked forward to discovering more about himself, one step at a time. Thank you for joining us on another captivating journey through Zoe's stories. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale. Until next time, keep exploring, keep imagining, and keep believing in the magic of storytelling. See you in the next chapter.